work, and what a classy goal. Here he is, he's not long onto the pitch.
That's a great penalty.
A danger man, and he's proved just that 10 minutes in. Skillful work, and what a classy goal. Here he is, he's not long onto the pitch.
That's a great penalty.
Alright, to put my phone in there. Alright. Thank you. But I'll go bang at your phone.
And that shows fishing and that shows fishing and boating. That was the right good answer. Great answer actually. Super answer. Aye, very good. I'm delighted for Hammy. Aha. Aha, Hammo. Aha. Yeah, so that. Oh. And Tony was on the phone. I don't know what he was on. I don't know. No, I'd say. She's looking good. Anyway. Oh, well. Alright. Okay. I'm way on. Alright.
Well, hello, good afternoon, and welcome along to the Mid-Ulster Sports Arena, where the Northern Ireland Youth Football Association finals are well underway. Joel Neal here at pitch 5, where the third game of the day is about to kick off. It's the NIYFA Boys Under-12 Plate Final. It's Moyola Park Youth versus St Oliver Plunkett Cubs. They are underway. Moyola playing in yellow, St Oliver Plunkett in the black and white stripes. 2 halves of 25 minutes, followed by 2 halves of 5 minutes extra time if required, and of course penalties. It's been a long journey to the final for both of these sides. Round 1 of the Under-12 plate, Moyola Park defeated Lisdrum Youth Colts 1-0. Moved on to a win over Carryduff Colts. Beat Foyle Harps 3-1 in the round of 16 before a quarter-final against Tumry Athletic, which they won 3-2. And a semi-final, a 2-1 win over Culmore Youth. The sides, Moyola, who have had experience in penalties already in this tournament. It was a penalty shutout victory over Carryduff in round 2 after a 6-6 draw, which saw them through into the round of 16. Moyola have been lively so far to start this game. Jack White out on the left-hand side gets a ball into the middle. Ball is loose in the box. Moyola with a big opportunity early on here. It's well taken care of by Dylan Montgomery, the St Oliver Plunkett keeper. Early danger from Moyola. St Oliver Plunkett, meanwhile, they cruised through round 1 with a 4-0 win over Carrick Rangers Colts. Another 4-0 win in round 2 over Crumlin United. It was a 2-1 victory over Portavogie Rangers in the round of 16, which booked their place in the quarter-final. CFC Academy, a 3-1 win. And here comes St Oliver Plunkett, their first venture forward of the game. And it's up and over from Finn Gallagher. Colts also went to penalties in the semi-final to book their place in today's final. It was a win over Windmill Stars. So 2 sides who have been battle-tested throughout the tournament, meeting in today's showpiece final. Lachlan Catney with the throw for the Colts. It's a long ball forward to be dealt with by Montgomery. Coast to coast for St Oliver Plunkett, who find themselves on the attack. It's going to be an early corner. Shea Matthews tasked with the corner for the Colts. Finn Gallagher poised on the edge of the area. It's a tight ball in towards the near post though. And a second delivery skips through the legs of McGuinness. Good ball in. And an opportunity at the back post. Big chances for both sides here in the opening exchanges. You get the sense this could well be a tight final between two very good teams. Danger from Moyola here. So Oliver Plunkett now settling into the game. Moyola weathering a little bit of pressure. Colts again. Moyola take over on the edge of their own penalty area. Forward from McGuinness. Finn Gallagher gives chase for the Colts. Could be an opportunity on here for St. Oliver Plunkett. Gallagher dispossessed on the right hand side. Plunkett's throw. Do a whole lot with it as Moyola take over. Danger here for Moyola. Ball almost fell to Ronan Brady for the Colts. Moyola now look to counter. Here's a run forward from Caleb Evans. Ball launched out of danger. Here's Gallagher just inside his own half. Moyola take over again, look to attack. Forward is Michael Paul. Paul has Evans at the back post. Can't quite get a ball away. Good defensive work from St. Oliver Plunkett. And it will be a corner to Moyola. Sun breaking through the clouds at the Mid-Ulster Sports Arena. Fine day for football today. Still a bit of a chill in the air though. Moyola with the corner then. In towards the near post, a good delivery. And a handful to deal with for St. Oliver Plunkett. Moyola still in possession. White sends the ball back in. And it's safely in the hands of the Colts goalkeeper, Dylan Montgomery. Great run from Finn Gallagher. Ronan Brady arrived in front of goal. But Gallagher, after a great run down the right-hand side, just couldn't quite cut it in. Ball stays in. Moyola now on the counter. Can they get a ball through? Good shape from Oliver Plunkett. And Michael Paul draws a whistle. Colts with the free kick, driven into the Moyola half. Brady tries to work his way through the midfield. Possession turned over. Moyola keeper Rory Wallace sends it long into the Colts half. Here they come again on the right-hand side. Moyola's goal kick ends up at the halfway line at the feet of Barra McGuinness of St. Oliver Plunkett. Michael Paul cut off on the left-hand side by Sean Moreland. Here come Moyola now. Ball over the top onto the right-hand side. It's with Evans. Evans does well to cut inside, gets a shot away. It was curling in towards that far post. Dealt with by Montgomery. Throw down the line from Catney. Noah Sarin works his way in towards goal, collected by Wallace. Moyola trying to work their way out of their half here. Sarin does well again. Finds a little bit of daylight. Good read from Wallace and a good clearance. Some early changes for St. Oliver Plunkett Colts here. Shea Matthews in possession on the left-hand side. Moyola blocks it. Colts have the throw. Lachlan Catney whips the throw towards the penalty area. Moyola deal with the danger. Michael Paul turns downfield. Colts take over again at the halfway line, courtesy of Barra McGuinness. hold their lines, deal with the danger, and now have an opportunity. Here's Caleb Evans into the box. Can he get a shot away? Evans' shot up and over. Forward again from Moyola, dealt with well by the Colts. St. Oliver Plunkett's throw down the line and knocked on. Jack White does well to collect. Takes possession. It turns into an attacking phase for Moyola. Shot from distance. Dealt with by Montgomery. Dylan Montgomery's had a fair bit to do in this first half for St. Oliver Plunkett. He's been steady so far. Here's Paul on the left for Moyola. Play's broken up. And back with St. Oliver Plunkett's keeper. He goes long into the Moyola half. Catney was looking for the through ball, which was swallowed up by the Moyola backline. Here's White again on the left for Moyola. Beats the keeper and the ball drops just wide. This is positive for Moyola Park. They're getting the lion's share of opportunities in this first half. Montgomery sends the goal kick out into the midfield. It's Sarin in the mix with Moyola's defenders trying to establish possession for St. Oliver Plunkett. Hutchinson chases that back and out of play. Colts with the throw. Possession turned over again. Adam Muhara doing the work defensively. It's going to be a corner to Moyola Park. Short corner from Moyola. And it's a 1-2. A delivery in towards the near post. Skirts wide. Dylan Montgomery gets us back underway. Here's Donald Ruddy for Moyola, who are keeping the pressure on St Oliver Plunkett here in the first half of the boys under 12 plate final. Plunkett can't quite settle down into this one so far. They've had flashes of attack. Still searching for a bit of cohesion in the first half of the final so far. Moyola with the throw. Here come the Colts as Noah Sarin gives chase. Dealt with by Wallace, the Moyola keeper. Archie Spears to take the throw for Moyola. It's into the box, and McGlone tries to get a shot away on the turn. Good throw in the direction of Caleb McGlone, who just couldn't bring it under control, under pressure. Goal kick taken short by the Colts. Pressure from Moyola here. They're going to reset and go again. Driven long this time by Montgomery. Moyola straight back on to the press. They've been a handful to deal with so far. St Oliver Plunkett looking for a little bit of reprieve just to get the ball out of their own half. Caleb Evans gave chase, tried to square that ball into the box. Find himself out of pitch though. Here's a run from Shea Matthews for St Oliver Plunkett. Moyola swarm Matthews in the midfield and take over possession again. Throw from Archie Spears. And a ball in from Keelan McGlone is dealt with by Montgomery. A little bit of a breeze picking up at the Mid-Ulster Sports Arena as we're into the afternoon of NIYFA Finals Day. Sun is shining though. And this could be an opportunity for St Oliver Plunkett on the break. And a goal against the run of play. Finn Gallagher puts in Oliver Plunkett 1-0 up after absorbing wave after wave of pressure. Anyone watching this game so far would have thought the first goal was coming from Moyola Park, who have been fairly dominant in possession throughout this first half. But a counter-attack against the run of play is the last action of the first half. And St Oliver Plunkett have weathered the storm here to go in at the break 1-0 up. Don't go anywhere, we'll be back with the second half of the boys under 12 plate final in just a few moments.
Subway knows what you like. And we've seen it all. Like freshly baked bread loaded with Philly cheesesteak or tuna mayo or rotisserie style chicken with cheese, no cheese, double cheese, yes please. Get it toasted, guac it, make it fresh, make it crunch, oh crunchier. Extra jalapenos, yeah, we got you. Now sauce it, double sauce it, all the sauce it. Because Subway knows when it comes to your sub, you have your own rules. Subway, eat fresh.
No way. I couldn't like it the loose sugar. No. I would get no fixer there.
The normal sugar one is way nicer, but it just seems like an easy way to cut sugar out of my life and drinks. Like, you know, like Coke Zero is good. It's okay. Really? It's close to the original, but no, this is nowhere near.
I wouldn't even put the fruit buying that. Just put that here. Semolina, fucking scrambled eggs, white mince and stuff, and then with a very big plate on the top. So it's no ball. The bottom one then about 3 wee fucking centipedes. And if I eat anything, they want to get out. They want to fall out. Yep, but I put them in my pocket most of the time. And you're gluing them in every time. I make the temporary ones the colour that I'm going to have to put in. I don't want them to be dark. When you go on the plane and Antalya, it's full of fuckers that need Ferdinand or and on the way home they're all shining, gleaming fucking eyes. Everybody's smiling. And the women, they're all fucking, they've got patches on their nose, they're all getting nose jobs. It is quite funny, you know, honestly. Having said that, Antalya is a lovely place. Oh, beautiful.
Welcome back then to the Mid-Ulster Sports Arena. Second half of the boys under 12 plate final is underway. It was a somewhat surprising end to the first half. against the run of play, St Oliver Plunkett, who weathered a lot of pressure from Moyola, ended up taking the lead just before the whistle. And that's how it stands. It's 1-0 to St Oliver Plunkett Colts over Moyola Park Youth. Moyola now tasked with not letting that knock the wind out of their sails. They had a very good half of football, a lot of positive play. They were resolute at the back, bar that one goal. St Oliver Plunkett's number 8, Finn Gallagher, tore off on the run and found his opportunity. Moyola with the throw at our near touchline here. Knocked in the opposite direction by St Oliver Plunkett, who seemed to have been encouraged by that late goal. Moyola, though, will look for a response here. And it's good goalkeeping from Dylan Montgomery in the St Oliver Plunkett goal. And here goes the goal scorer again. Gallagher 3 on goal, and he makes it 2. St Oliver Plunkett double their advantage early in the second half. And it's that man again, number 8, Finn Gallagher. He is proven to be a handful for this Moyola side. And suddenly, Moyola Park find themselves with a hill to climb here. Here's a ball over the top. Montgomery comes out to deal with it. The ball's loose and it runs out of play. Long from Montgomery. Adam Owens looking to break up the play. Moyola's throw taken by Ronan McGuigan. And another one further down the line from Michael Paul. This is better from Moyola, who have been stunned by 2 quick goals on either side of the half by St Oliver Plunkett's number 8, Finn Gallagher. Here's the throw onto the edge of the St Oliver Plunkett half. Moyola Park player down in the box. And it's going to be a penalty to Moyola and an opportunity to get back into this one. Dylan Montgomery has been strong for St Oliver Plunkett. He's now faced with a penalty. He goes the wrong way, and it's 2-1. Goal scored by Michael Paul, Moyola's number 9. And that changes the complexion of this game in the second half. St. Oliver Plunkett's advantage halved by Paul. Moyola now go in search of their equaliser. It's Bradley on the left. Ball drops on to the foot of Archie Spears for Moyola. Here go Moyola again. It's good defensive work from Sean Moreland. Free kick to Moyola Park, who are growing back into this game, having gone 2-0 down. It's now 2-in, courtesy of a penalty from Gallagher. Penalty from Paul, rather. And here's the free kick, floated in towards the back post. Skips through Moyola players and ends up with Lachlan Catney, who looks to find a way downfield for St. Oliver Plunkett. They want to hold on to this lead. we have a pitch invasion at the near touchline. Toddler chaos. Just pausing the game for just a minute. Dealt with by Wallace. Here's Moreland. And Jack White will rejoin the game for Moyola. Play stalled on the far touchline. St. Oliver Plunkett with the throw to get us back underway. They still lead by 2-1, but here come Moyola again. Attempted square ball into the substitutes path, and there it is. It's Moyola's equaliser, and it looks to have come courtesy of Michael Paul, his second of the game. Dramatic final, and it's all square. St. Oliver Plunkett were 2 goals to the good, courtesy of Gallagher on either side of the halftime whistle, and a double from Moyola's Paul squares things up here in the second half. And here come Moyola Park again. Could they come from 2-0 down to take the lead? Opportunity at the far post, and it's 3-2. Number 10, Roman Bradley, with the goal to put them ahead. Moyola Park come from 2-0 down to take the lead at 3-2 in the second half of the boys under 12 plate. St. Oliver Plunkett now find themselves behind, having led for a good chunk of this game. Some of the scorelines from both teams' journey to the final suggested that there could be goals in this one. But it is poised now at 2-2 in the second half as a shot from range goes up and over the bar. What a final. Suddenly it is all to play for again. St. Oliver Plunkett, though, have some work to do. Montgomery sends it long. Moyola in on goal again. It's 4. And it's a hat-trick for Michael Paul. Moyola Park have overturned a 2-goal deficit to take the lead 4-2 in the boys under 12 plate final. Hat-trick on the day from Moyola's number 9, Michael Paul. St. Oliver Plunkett now need to find a way back into this. Sarin with the throw. Here's Nellens. Bit of admin from the referee, sending the coaches back to their technical areas. Meanwhile, it's a St. Oliver Plunkett corner. Driven in towards the near post, ball's loose. Can St. Oliver Plunkett find one back here? Catney got the shot away. Parried away by Wallace. And Moyola, once again, are 3 on goal. Here's White. White sends it towards the back post. And Roman Bradley finds his second of the game to make it 5-2 to Moyola Park. We did say that St. Oliver Plunkett's first goal from Gallagher at the end of the first half came against the run of play. Moyola had been shown this promise throughout the first half. They just didn't have the end product. And a second goal from Gallagher after half-time could have turned this game completely over, but Moyola have been dominant ever since. They now lead 5-2 in the boys under 12 plate final. Goals aplenty here. And Moyola don't look like they're done there. Bradley's on the ball on the right-hand side. It's back with McGlone. Turned over. And at the feet of Lachlan Catney. Catney is off on a run here. Catney has Gallagher in the box if he can find him. Here's Gallagher. 2 goals already for St. Oliver Plunkett. Can't get a shot through. It's good defensive work from Moyola Park. And here's the hat-trick hero. Paul sends it forward. And play halted for an offside. End-to-end stuff here as St. Oliver Plunkett try to find a way back into this game. Ball back in play, and it's with Bradley. Moyola's throw. And they're 3 again. Whistle halts play as the ball hits the net. And I think St. Oliver Plunkett's keeper, Dylan Montgomery, has taken a knock in that exchange. I said at the start of the second half, after they went 2-0 down, that Moyola Park's job would be not to let the heads drop. And my goodness, how they responded. It's been a 5-goal blitz from Moyola. And they have a free kick here. Caleb Evans stands over it just outside the St. Oliver Plunkett penalty area. Just one in the wall for St. Oliver Plunkett. Everyone expecting a ball into the back post here. And it's a direct shot to the near post from Evans, dealt with by Montgomery. St. Oliver Plunkett still fighting away here. They're in this final for a reason. They're a good side. Launched forward by Moyola Park. Dealt with by Sean Moreland. Catney gets the ball on the right-hand side, halted by the whistle. Here's Paul on the left. 3 goals already today. Back to White. with O'Hara in the midfield for St Oliver Plunkett, who are still scrapping here, trying to find their way through this Moyola Park backline. But here they come again. It was almost a beautiful touch in the midfield from Evans, from Paul rather. Gallagher gives chase on the left-hand side. And I think Finn Gallagher has been shown a yellow card from the referee for his complaint there. Flick on from Shea Matthews. St Oliver Plunkett. It's been better from them in the last few minutes. And a ball in from range from Adam O'Hara. One-two from Jack White, can't quite get on the end of the second one. Referee dealing with the passion and emotion that comes with a final. Sarin with the throw. Sarin will have the throw again, gets us back underway. Bradley tried to turn down the pitch. Moyola's throw. Knocked on by Evans. Sent in the opposite direction for St Oliver Plunkett. And here's Gallagher on the edge of the box. It's broken up. Gallagher is working hard here. Appealed for a corner, but the referee gives the goal kick to Moyola Park, who are closing in on a win here. Jack White along the line, sends it down the line into the path of Michael Paul. Paul into the middle. Ball's just a little bit too deep for both Caleb Evans and Roman Bradley. did the right thing defensively. The header towards the keeper just wasn't dealt with. And St Oliver Plunkett have a late corner here. Shea Matthews looks like he's going to take it. Goal kick from Rory Wallace. Drops into the middle of his own half. St Oliver Plunkett, they're going to press. It's Moyola who come away with it though. And offside given on Caleb Evans, who thought he was through. He did look to be a couple of paces offside when the pass was made. And that's going to do it. It's a comeback in style for Moyola Park, who find themselves 2-0 down at the start of the second half. They have come back with a 5-goal blitz, a hat-trick from Paul, 2 goals from Bradley, and they are the 5-2 winners of the NIYFA Boys Under 12 plate. Dramatic and highly entertaining game as Northern Ireland Youth Football Association Finals Day continues. Thank you very much for joining us, and stay here for more action throughout the day.